With closed eyes, he's looking in the hearts where heaven lies, and a sadness rises as he compromises a completeness. He defies his deepest desires, hiding behind a fake, phony, and lonely masquerade, walking to the pews in a mass parade where the Holy Spirit's just laughed away. Is this going to be the church's last display? We kneel at the altar, but only take our hearts half the way. Cheeks soaked with tears of self-pity from the years of being on a commit list committee. Realizing if we were just a bit less witty, this parade could fill the whole witless city. No one really wants to get down to the nitty-gritty heart. Point a finger, only yielding just an itty-bitty part. What you gonna do? What you really want to do? When you gonna do what you really want to do? Are you gonna do what you really want to do? When you gonna be who you really want to be? When you gonna see what you really want to see? When you gonna say what you really want to say? And when you gonna pray like you really mean to pray? But God, how can I be selfless? I'm selfish. Even for me to break it down and tell this, I shouldn't spell this. I'm part of the problem in this godless nation. Serving the God I want, the God of my motivation, not you as the God who is, all unyielding to the God of creation. So Father, change our hearts with the truth's invasion. Renew our minds to the newest occasion. A revolutionary movement of the church. To you, today, somehow, some way. The life Christ had was too high a pay for this to continue to stay going my own way. What you gonna do? What you really want to do? When you gonna do what you really want to do? Are you gonna do what you really want to do? When you gonna be who you really want to be? When you gonna see what you really want to see? When you gonna say what you really want to say? And when you gonna pray like you really want to pray? Caught up in a spiritual battle of the soul, but no longer can I let my flesh catapult the full. No, it's time to let God shake, rattle, and roll. So be real to yourself. Let God take the battle and control. No more holding on to the last pieces of the heart. Now cutting off all the past leashes keeping us apart. It's time to give up the petty, non-lasting, worldly infatuations, trapping our minds and severing our hearts with deeper and deeper lacerations. We don't need no more momentary motivation. We need sincere, heart-filled, full-blown consecration so we can get some serious restorations as a church and rescue the nations from their hurts.